confirm and go live. Okay. Thank you for joining me again here in the Barefoot Bunker. I am Herschel G. Tonight we are playing the AMEX at the Pete Dye, not Fazio, Pete Dye La Quinta course, PGA West Dye course, stadium course in the real world out here, whatever it is called. They have a substitute name for it. So we're going to jump out there and play that. 18 holes. We're already teed up on number one here, and we're going to play 18 holes in the tournament. This is from the SGT tees on the SGT Tour. So this is one up from the tees that we played the last couple of nights, and we're going to get out here and bang it away on the next tees being the blue. This is playing from 6,800 yards. Should be a good start, except I think it should be okay, right? There we go, that plays. All right, we're off to a start. Let's see, 149, down 3 inches. I think without a ton of time on the range, we're gonna hit a 7-iron here and hope for the best. Up, and I blocked it off really weakly already. That won't even reach the green. That's super weak. Get up there. Get up there. And then more. It's going to roll off the back. No, it's not. Okay, well, maybe no. Okay, it leaves a very long putt with a curler. The mouse right here. There we go. We're going to do this. Okay, so we're going to be moving this way. Double brakes a little bit because you can see it break at the end. But it's certainly breaking way more that way. So we're just trying to lag that up into the neighborhood. It's uphill 1 foot or so, 36 feet or so overall. And I think that's probably enough movement on the double brake. All right, the stimp is, the tournament people have this stimp set to 11. So we've got a short par 4 here at number 2. Pretty straightforward. There's a few of those out here. It'll wrinkle off more than I like it to, but it should actually even be in the fairway, so no complaints. Yeah. You can see that spin at 3,100 RPM is way too many. 122 down the hill. We're going to hit, I guess, a little bit of a conservative iron because we're going to hit the 9-iron. I'm not sure what the wedge looks like yet. Oh, and I should have just hit the wedge full bore instead of trying to go in between and less with the 9-iron, huh? Yeah, that was dumb. Well, if you don't commit to the shot, there you go. So, 21 yards, uphill about 3 feet. That needs to sit because now I've got trouble putt coming back. Okay. Let's see if we can get out of here with this 9.5 footer. Down the hill 2 inches, moving a hair to the right, maybe just about that much. Moves quite a bit in the middle. And we're going to send it off softly. There we go. Saves the par. Let's move on to number 3, which is a longer, for me, long, par 4. Try to keep her between the ditches out here. Great backdrop on La Quinta. They did a great job on this course. Again, a little bit more wrinkle than I want, but there's a little kind of, you know, guidedness to this tournament stuff, and that's why it's good for the game. It's good for my game, not the game. And it adds a little pressure where it wouldn't be. I think I mentioned that yesterday. Probably realistically we'll risk that bunker because I'm not too worried about hitting it, to tell you the truth. And if I do, it's not that much of a penalty. But that's not a good swing. Well, that's the miss with that shot, though. So put ourselves in kind of a mandatory up and down situation. Leaning on the short game, as I like to say, which I do a lot of if you've watched these recent ones. That's too firm. Dang it. Sit down. Going to require another longer putt. Relatively straight, though. So, see if we can use that to our advantage. It's probably going to move just about that much. Is it going to move fully that much? Well, it's going to be close. I think it is. Downhill 2 inches. Try to set it straight. That's the challenge here. Should be there, right? All right. We'll save another par. So we're off to some up and downs without hitting too many greens in regulation. 171. No real elevation change. Oh, and that's off to the right for sure. Yeah, you know, again, not committed to the shot because I'm not positive this is going to be a lot of trouble. What's it going to do? Ooh, is it going to stay off the rock for me? I'm not sure. This is probably going to hit the rock realistically. What a bummer. And again, just not committed to the shot or the club and need to step off and switch clubs or need to step off and get committed. So see what we got here. I don't know if this was far enough back to get clear of those rocks or not. I think this is probably going to hit the rocks almost for sure. So watch the ricochet, folks. Ooh, it came out clean somehow, but not far enough. Another long putt that I have to hit. We're really leaning on the short game, all aspects of it. This is a bit more of a curler than these previous ones have been. So let's send this about that much. Okay. Don't know whether to go more break than this or not. It wants to move. It's moving the whole way. I think we're going to take our chances with that distance right there. And we hit it through the break a little bit. No, that's the right speed. That's probably just an overread. So giving one up for the first one. So we're going to claw back. Let's claw back here. Let's get rid of that indecision. Make some committed swings. We'll move away from the water, obviously. That's the guided swing that I was talking about. May be in the fairway, but it's sure not a good swing. But you know what? That's okay because it's a 3-shot par 5 for me anyway. So, well, realistically, it's probably that flight to allow for, we'll generously call it a fade that I'm sure you've noticed by now. And then send it up the middle and at least give ourselves some kind of shot into the par 5 here, the approach. Get on down there a little more. And we're going to commit to this one, right? Let's commit to this one with the 52-degree wedge and know that we can cover the distance if we trust the shot. If not, we're going to try to flight it down just a little bit because I don't want it climbing up the face. And I just did the worst thing I could do. You need to go. Yes, I did that. Well, as you can see, there will be a lot of fighting back here. Really can't believe I did that. What a terrible start to this tournament. And we're going to bear through it. Let's do this. Ooh, and that doesn't even reach the green. We're going to be chipping this in and hoping for a save with the wedge from just off the green. Not going to get it. So another stroke up, 2 strokes over, right? Yep, that's a double bogey. So we're 3 over and scratching and clawing. So we've got a long par 3 here. We're downhill. We're going to let that fade work in there. Hit the worst shot we can hit that doesn't go in the water. Okay, well, getting just a little spastic with some of this stuff in here. We're gonna have to slow this down. 35 yards. It's probably a little too far again, right? Sit down. Okay, a little outside the gimme zone, which again is 1.6 or 1.6 yards or 5 feet. In for a par, stop the bleeding somewhat since we were on the over bogey train there. And now we've got a relatively short par 4. Well, a short par 4. All about guiding it to the right spot for me right now. Should work, right? Yeah. Get up the gut there and give me my wedge in. All right, let's get a little redemption with that wedge. That's right, there's some redemption right there. And, oh, gonna give it to me? No, I'm gonna have to, oh, it is a birdie, okay. Right there, somewhere the difference at 1.6 and 1.7 is right there where the difference is for the 5 feet. Okay, well, we got back one of them, one back on the front 9 here. Let's see if we can get some more back. Okay. Pretty straight ball out there. There's another par 5, so we're definitely a 3-shot par 5 here that we helped ourselves out with a decent drive. 288. Let's see if we can't get ourselves into that 50 or so yard wedge range. All right, it won't quite be 50, but it'll be 70. Don't mind that. I think I know that distance here. Let's see. Uphill 6 feet. And I'm doing that with pretty much all the irons here, so that's not a good wedge. Not a good way to get myself in position. So now we've got to hit a big sweeper. All right, wasted wedge opportunity. Let's see here. Uphill 20 by 1 inch, 25 feet 4 inches. Okay, you got to be a little delicate with it so it won't racing away, but I could have read it up the hill just a hair higher. Come to number 9, the 419 yard par 4. It's almost no elevation change, but I'm a short enough hitter that I got to make sure I'm in a decent spot over here because I can't flirt with the water. Sorry about this boring part for you watching at home, but this is somehow in my target wheelhouse right there, and let it run and wrinkle from there. That's the low straight ball when I didn't need it. Don't hit the path. Oh boy. Well, the slight good news is that I think it's in that little V with nothing impeding its forward progress, and I think that's what the software accounts for. But we have to be careful. We have to go over here, probably, and then hit this, and then hope for the best that we're even in play. So there's no guarantee here. This could be all over the place, but let's see if we can get out. And it did let me out. Now start turning right. More even. Come on, run down there. Give me a little look at the up and down here. 21 yards. Ooh, just not quite with enough good touch tonight to get some of these chips in there close enough, so making the putter labor a little bit. Well, a lot in the case of a lot of these sweepers here. Get in there, that's right. Forces and steals the par, side door. Let's go. Okay, 382. Let's have a quick look at this. All right, we should be pretty safe to not go that far. I don't think the line for me matters after that, as long as I'm not going in the water. Okay, guided, but out there. Leaves an iron in. 143 down the hill, just ever so slightly at 4 inches, so not really much impact on the shot. It's going to go straight in on there. All right, well, about pin high when it's all said and done. And not a hellacious putt, I don't think. Let's account for all this break. It's actually coming that much probably overall. Downhill 4 inches, 3 inches or so. Stay. Oh, just misses and a birdie opportunity. Settles in for the gimme par. Back 9 continues, number 11 on 2 over from the round, 2 over for the tournament. Here is number 11, a par 5. No doubt a 3-shotter for this guy. Let's see if we can get one out there placed nicely. No, I can't. It's going to be out of the bunker, isn't it? Well, it's a 3-shot par 5, right? No, it's not even going in the bunker. Okay, doesn't even matter. But I think it should come out of here just, well, you know what? There's no reason. A 364. I think I got to try to hit this 3-wood. It's just the rough, not the deep rough. It should be able to get up out of there. Yeah, there we go. It'll wrinkle toward the middle. Still a long way to the green from here. And in order to get the guaranteed, not guaranteed, nothing's guaranteed, but in order to get the distance that I want to make sure I get, I'm going to hit the 7-wood up the hill here. Oh, not up the hill, but I'm going to choke down just a hair on it. And then fade it in there, right? Go. I didn't hit it hard enough. Dang it. Okay, well, another long putt. Not making birdies easy tonight. A lot of break to the big long putt. Uphill 10 inches. Settle, right there, settle. I don't want to putt it again. Come on, settle. Nope, I'm going to have to putt that again. All right, well, guess I shouldn't be begging so openly out here. That should be fine. Got to hit it though a little bit. I didn't read it. Uh-oh. A little misread. I don't know, no read. I don't know what that is. Get a little settled here. All right, we're in for par. Remain at +2, which don't forget the double bogey, I guess. There was another bogey in addition to that. Actually, I think it immediately preceded the double. So let's see if we can take advantage of this short par 4. Well, the drive's decent, right? All right, 97 yards uphill. I think I'm gonna send that flighted pitching wedge in here now. And again, blocking it off to the right. I think that should be okay distance-wise, though. Just not real good control of the wedges tonight. I can feel it too. I just can't seem to fix it. Move that much. Probably up the hill. How about it? There we go. There's the one I wanted. Okay. I like birdies, so I'll take any of them. 195 downhill, 1 foot 1 inch. As you know, this in this particular situation is way more trustworthy than that 5-iron or 4-iron that preceded it, but this is blocked to the right, so water's not in play. Just don't hit the path or anything, and let's see if we can lean on the short game again. Ooh, a little bit of a tougher one. Let's see here. No, that's not going to get it done. Now we've got some pressure on the game to chip in. See, whenever we get a birdie in here somewhere, we give it back quickly, and that's been the tournament problem lately, even on some of the good rounds. Hit that one a little firm. Going to have to clean this up, put it in. Looks pretty straight. But dang it all, if I get it back to 1 over and then give it right back up. All right, we're in for bogey, and now we got to make it up again. Here's another relatively short par 4, or at least an accessible par 4 for a short knocking guy like me. If I'm having this much trouble on the SGT tees, how are we going to be looking on the pro tees? Oh, and I faded that up big, off gone balloon ball. That's the bad ball. Coming out of the bunker with this next one from 145. Uphill 3 feet 4 inches. Okay. Come to the right a little for me. Well, that's a little deep. Probably down in that bunker. No, it's going to get out somehow. All right. The struggle is real again. Let's see here. 22 yards. Gonna have another putt left, that's for sure. 10-footer or so, 10 foot 8 inches. Another curler that we've got to capture here, my goodness. A little bit of a struggle out here, huh? All right, let me steal another one. Been stealing a lot of pars. Short game's been decent, nothing really else has been. So let's see if we can chase this back down, back to 2 over. Long par 4. All right, down to 196. What is this? Uphill 2 foot 8 inches. 2 feet 8 inches. We're going to hit that 7 wood again and see if we can hit a little better than we did last time, that's for sure. Well, it's not really better. It's not going to have the distance, I don't think. Nope. It's going to have to come out of that bunker from down there. No? Okay. $20 yards. Not hitting many greens, that's for sure. 20 yards. Okay. All right, got another challenging putt, right? Not moving as much as some of these others have. 11 feet 2 inches. I think it's safe to say that it'll move that much and then some. So we're gonna tap that straight. There we go. Finding a side door, but putting pretty well for all circumstances here. If I weren't putting, boy, would the score be high. Another par 5. All these will be 3-shot par 5s for me, so I don't have to worry about reaching for anything extra because there is no extra. All right, 138 is enough to cover everything. Get me out in the fairway. 312 20 some odd yards away. We're gonna hit this 3-wood out there, get it as close as we can is basically the approach. No, well, that's the shot before the approach. Here, let's do it. That'll leak off to the right more than I like, but that's okay, we'll play it. Any bounce left? How about more? How about begging? 126 up the hill, 1 feet 2 inches. Haven't been hitting my irons well, so we're gonna hit this 9-iron. And because of the stance, I'm pulling it. And now I got another challenging up and down. If my short game were a horse, we might have to shoot it. Okay, so we're down in the deep ditch here. You might be familiar with this. It's been giving some guys some fits. We got to get the good one out of here. Let's see. Nope, that's going to come back to, oh, it's going to stay right there, huh? Okay. Now this is going to lean on a big, huge putt just for par, so not playing this course or first round well today. Going to have a lot of making up for it to do in round 2. Just not quite enough on it, so there's another double bogey. Yep. That does not help my cause because 2 double bogeys, and look, I'm 4 over, so haven't helped myself at all out here. We've got 162 downhill, 6 yards. We're gonna make sure we get there. I'm not gonna come up short. If we miss, we're gonna go long. We're gonna go left side, right? Is that where that is? Yeah, and long putts. Is it gonna stay on there? No, it's not gonna stay on there. So this turned out to be a very painful round for a guy. I can lean on my short game, but not as much as I did here. Creep down there a little bit and leave me a makeable putt here on 17 for par, hopefully. Wow, maybe not. Wow. All right. That much? Why that much? Downhill 1 inch. All right, well, we've gotten a lot of curlers to fall. There's another par. A lot of these pars have felt a little like birdie today because the putts have been so grindy. All right, safety ball, kind of guided. I'm sure you see that. But good place to guide to. Just obviously no distance in that. So now we're coming in with the 7-wood again and get a little better contact on it than we did last time. Should fade. Does it have the distance? It's going to be close, right? Get on up there. Bounce and roll. Roll some more. Be nice to close it out with a birdie. Make it a little at least chaseable for round 2. I would hope that happens. Pretty straightforward putt. 8 foot 8 inches. Oh, and just barely gets it to crawl there. That certainly wasn't aggressive. So 3 over with 2 double bogeys and 3 birdies. So I'm going to do the same thing again where I'm going to end the stream but then start it right back up again so that I have 2 distinct recordings for the YouTube channel, which is where this is all going. If you're joining me from the SGT tour, which I know some of you are now, in a recorded version, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'll see you again soon. I'm going to play round 2 in just about 5 minutes or less here. Again, thanks for joining.